Hi guys, this is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me on Patreon, thank you so very much for your support. This is the last reading of March for Thursday the 31st. The moon is in Pisces, which I think is kind of cool, even though we're in Aries season. But the last moon of the month, because half of the month is dedicated to Pisces. We're ending out in the Pisces moon, which I kind of gag and dig. This is a daily forecast for all signs, collective reading, so it is spoken in vague terms, but you have to apply it where it best fits in your life. Take what you need and leave the rest. What I say is not necessarily gospel. It's just a general overview of what could be out there that we need to be aware of. Take the reading over the date that it's created for. It is created originally for Thursday, the 31st of March. But if you're watching it on a different date and it still makes sense, girl, run with the reading. Use it. Like, you could be in alignment to it. It could be reaching you in perfect timing. You know, it could be spirit reaching out to you, your own or your guides, trying to tell you through my readings, look, you know, Becky, this is what you need to do. So, you know, use it however you will, okay? Check out the drop-down menu on any of my daily readings, just because there's house rule stuff in there, how to follow me on social media, how to contact me for private readings, all of that sort of stuff. And if you're new to me, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, tune in regularly, get to know me. I'm a great guy, I'm a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll start doing lives again and you'll be able to tune into those. I do charmings. There's all sorts of content on the channel that I do. So you can check all of that out also. So let's get into these cards and see what they have to say. This is the last we'll be seeing of this deck because I will be switching over for April 1st, April Fool's Day, for tomorrow's reading to a new deck. And I have yet to decide which deck it's going to be. I posed that question to one viewer and I'm awaiting her answer, and I don't know why I did that, but I just felt compelled to do that this morning. So I'm going to await her answer and then start filming for April. I will be traveling over the first weekend, April 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, so I'm filming these all consecutively early. It's technically the 27th that I'm filming these on. So, this is for Thursday the 31st. I will refer to the underpinning energy, which is the Sunday reading that happened already. That will be in the lower left-hand corner if you want to reference that to see what I mean and what, you know, is at play in the background underneath all of this, kind of pushing us forward. And here is our card. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. All right. Because this is the fourth fucking time, excuse my language, but because this is the fourth time in a row that this card, not in a row, but this is the third time in a row that this card has come out, like literally, it's either the cards are trying to tell me something or the cards are being very adamant about this Six of Cups. And I am not even going to describe this Six of Cups for those of you who watch regularly. This is a card of gratitude, of nostalgia, of family, of focus, of emotional well-being, of balance, keeping that focus, keeping that emotional well-being. We end out the week. This was also the midweek card from Sunday's reading. And now in the last, I think, 3 readings? Yes. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays we see this cup, this card, this Six of Cups. So we are supposed to be focused on the bliss of life, the simple things, the beautiful, simple, childlike beauty that is in our life, the relationships that mean the most to us, the things that are sweetest to us. That needs to be our focus. Now, because this has shown up so many times, I'm going to do something slightly different for this reading. I am going to clarify this card because it's just odd to me that it keeps showing up. And granted, I am filming these back to back, so maybe it has crossed my mind that maybe the energy's stuck on this Six of Cups, but I don't believe so. I think that there's something to be told here with this card, and I also think that the ending card from Sunday's reading is the Ten of Pentacles, which is that sort of ending of chapters and that material manifestation of all of this sort of balanced emotional well-being that we should be experiencing. If you're not, if you're a hot mess express right now, you need to get into this, find your center and get into this emotional balance and start getting into a space of appreciation. So on this we have the Two of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the World. Okay. Not mad at any of these cards. Two of Swords to me oftentimes represents a no and can sometimes be a negative card because she's blindfolded and she's got those swords crossing her. But the Two of Swords can also represent really good fucking boundaries, right? Like us being like, no, not today, Satan. You're not gonna do this to me. You're not gonna let my swords represents the thoughts, right? This could be about us not allowing our thoughts to pervade our experience emotionally. Does that make sense? Like drawing the line in the sand and going, you know what? I'm not going to think less of myself. I'm not going to judge that person. I'm not going to criticize this situation. I'm going to stay in this space of endearment, nostalgia, love, compassion, balance. And I'm going to stick hard to it, right? And what I love about this is even though she's sort of like got this kind of resistant stance to it, she's listening to her intuition because we see the moon there. She's blindfolded, so she's not going by what she sees, she's going by what she's being told internally. And then there's this whole body of water behind her, which to me is the Six of Cups, which is the well-being of her emotions. She's not letting her mind override her emotions this week. She's like holding tight to what she needs to know or how she needs to be to not get caught up in the melee of whatever's going on, whether it's at a global scale in the news, in the world, or, you know, in the office, at work, or within her relationship. She's not doing it. She's like, I'm not having it. Like, sorry, babe, the line is here. I am going to stay happy. I am going to, like, be appreciative. I am going to understand that I have strength. There's a strength in the Two of Swords, too. Like a sort of a commanding strength of, like, this no. You cannot step over this line with me. And so I think that this line could be within ourselves, within our own mind, or it could be with a situation outside of ourselves. But either way, we're doing it from a self-preservatory, I don't even know if preservatory is a word, but a place of self-preservation, right? Where we're not allowing the thoughts to pervade our experience. Now, with the Three of Pentacles, remember I told you the end card this week is that Ten of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles would indicate the beginning of that material well-being or oncoming of that success being built. The Three of Pentacles is always about success through collaboration. Now, when we look at this card, and because we're feeling good and we're feeling appreciative of those that we love in our life with this Six of Cups all this week, right? It's just like banging us on the head. We have these three people working together to like bring each of their own like sort of perspective, magic, intelligence, ability towards a successful project or outcome. Threes always indicate sort of like collaboration and the Three of Pentacles especially indicates success in whatever it is that we're doing. If we've got this Six of Cups running in the foreground, this nostalgia, this appreciation of, say, the other people we're working with in this Three of Pentacles, and the sort of balance and appreciation that we have that, you know what, I'm not doing that to myself today, mentally. I'm not letting you do that to me today mentally. I'm stronger than that, right? That allows us to sort of move forward and build with this pentacle energy and collaborate with others, share thoughts, ideas, bring our own special sauce to the recipe as others bring theirs. It's like, what's that story? Like, I used to love that story about stone soup. Do you guys remember that? I don't know. That might be a generational thing, but there used to be this story that was read to us in grade school about stone soup where a guy, all he had was a stone, and so he started making soup with it, and he told people he was making stone soup, and so each person kind of showed up with a little bit of different, like one guy showed up with a carrot, and another guy showed up with a cabbage, and another guy showed up with whatever, and in the end, they ended up having this wonderful soup that he started from with a stone. It's a little shady, yeah, I'll admit it, but he ended up sharing the soup with everybody, and everybody enjoyed, and everybody benefited from it, right? But they all brought their own certain item or benefit to the project. even though said gentleman maybe didn't start with a whole lot, right? And then the last card here, which is Major Arcana, which I love her, is the World. She's the end of the Fool's journey. And what I said at the beginning of this week with these tens, we've seen tens at the end of each of the last 2 weeks of readings. We saw the Ten of Cups last week in the Sunday reading, and we saw the Ten of Pentacles in this Sunday's reading. To me, it feels like chapters are being closed. The World is about a chapter being closed and a new chapter being opened. And we did just have, I think it's the vernal equinox it's called, but whichever equinox it was, it is the beginning and signifies the beginning of the new astrological year when the season of Aries starts. It's not the January 1st new year, it's the astrological year of the planets and their energies and how those things affect. So as we move into Aries energy and as we're in the beginnings of Aries energy, we're closing out whatever it was we were dealing with in last year, is my feeling. And so the World here says to me, we're successful in that closeout, right? We're successful in moving away or closing that chapter and moving into new chapters of what this year is about to begin for us, because the World indicates the success of that. And the beginning of the Fool coming back around in the deck, right? So she's a much bigger, more profound completion or closing of a chapter than those two tens that we've seen. So those two tens, I already had indicated, it felt like something was closing and something new is beginning. Yes, indeed, the World says indeed it is. It's time to set our intentions for the new year. We need to be setting them from this place of appreciation, nostalgia, love, compassion, all of that, right? From this place of, what is the grounding stone for this week, people? Peace, right? Our own personal peace. Therefore, that flows out into the world and becomes peace for others. All right, let's go to the Sacred Destiny Oracle and see what that is. And remember that for this week was, what was that? That was potential. So there's a lot of potential for this week for us to shift how we've been, where we've been, maybe in the last year, what our perspective has been, where our mind has been at, what we've been creating. All of that is up for shifting and changing in a very profound and positive way, but we have to consciously sort of like be choosing it and aware of that choice. Okay, so let's look at, and if I see the Six of Cups again, I mean, we are going to switch over decks, so hopefully we'll shift into something else to give us more insight into this Ten of Pentacles at the end of the week. But Six of Cups is doubled down right now in this Wednesday, Thursday spot. So we should be really, if we're not feeling these vibes of balance, peace, harmony, nostalgia, love, and compassion, we need to be seeking it out, like actively, even in the small stuff, and then allowing that to grow and get bigger and bigger to create our experience. That Two of Swords to me is about not letting the negative in, not letting our own mind or the thoughts of others undermine our own well-being at this time. There's too much kind of at stake. Let's see what's going on here. And look who it is, our friend Potential. It's that volcano. And volcanoes to me, you know, yes, they erupt and all of that, but this is not about erupting because this is nighttime, it's at peace, there is action taking place, but it also knows its strength, it knows its potential, it knows its ability to create. It doesn't have to prove to anybody what it is or how powerful it is. It is just powerful. So let's look at Potential again. I'm going to reread it to you because this is the underpinning card for the entire week. Volcano at rest, guys. At rest is also key too, because this rest is some of that peace stone, right? That seeking of peace within ourselves, understanding our own true power and like balancing in that, owning that. Volcanoes erupt in places where the Earth's plates meet and where there are cracks through which lava emerges, either explosively or by flowing more slowly down a cinder cone. Even when a volcano is at rest, there is always the possibility of a huge eruption. There is the potential of great power. There are very few things on this planet more commanding than an erupting volcano. The archetypical personality of volcano is one of wild, unpredictable, and formidable energy. But see, I think the wild unpredictability is okay. Like, I think that if we remain calm and centered in our emotions and productive in the closing of chapters, in the acceptance of that, then we open the door to the potential of this wild, unpredictable path that may be approaching us. It could be a whole new experience coming at us this year in the month of Aries. Let it happen. You're strong enough and capable enough to take it on, is kind of what I feel like these cards and stones are saying. The sacred landscape wants you to know this card appears when you are ready to activate your potential and step into your strength. This is the time to activate those gifts that you've had on the back burner in your life. You have incredible untapped potential. And that's all that Cryon Wounded Healer stuff, guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, search out Cryon, Chiron, Wounded Healer, and read some articles about the planetary influences of this planet and what's going on with it right now. Because it's asking us to heal some of our most deep-seated wounds that we carry within ourselves, especially within the sign of Aries, because Cryon is right now in Aries. This is a time to activate those gifts that you have had on the back burner in your life. You have incredible untapped potential. This is the time to allow it to flow. An inner wellspring of power is emerging. You have a profound spiritual power that is deep within you. Do not doubt your great authority and capabilities. A dormant volcano might indicate that you have uncomfortable emotions that you are repressing or keeping inside, thus creating emotional stress and inner pressure. It can also mean that you are on the verge of a great expansion of energy and life force. And to me, that expansion could also be reflected in that World card, right? Because she is there, vulnerable, ready to end up what's old and begin what's new with the expansion of the Fool that follows her in the deck, right? Let's look at the grounding stone for today. And the grounding stone is on carnelian. There's been a lot of red stones this week, which I think is interesting. Brings me to the place of the root chakra, where we ground at, how we connect to the planet, who we are, our self-identity. We've seen it in peace. We've seen it in prosperity. We had the stone remember, right? Like remembering who we are, why we're here, what we're here to do at a deeper level. This is about knowledge. And I think this knowledge is about understanding where our thoughts and our emotions and how profound and powerful they can be and the potential that they have to create within our experience. Grounding in our own personal knowledge of ourselves, what we want, what we desire, both emotionally and spiritually, is going to be key today. Being clear in that, and also still continuing to maintain that idea or that track towards that peace is going to be vital for us to be able to tap into this potential and to maintain this balance that the Six of Cups represents. And when we do that, we bring on the abundance and wealth that comes with that Ten of Pentacles that we've yet to see from the end of the week from Sunday's reading. I hope that makes sense. That is your reading today, guys. I will be back to film in a few moments once I figure out what the deck is. Please give me a thumbs up, share this video out, leave a question or comment, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. This should be powerful stuff. You should really be paying attention to what you're focusing on because you're just very well going to get it. Take care. Bye-bye.